Yo, what is up everyone? This is OJ over here from PlayerEssence and welcome to another Nintendo Switch video that I have here for you guys. We got some awesome topics to get into in addition to a main topic at the end, so let's go ahead and jump right into the news. So according to Tatsumi Kimishima, the president of Nintendo, Pokemon Go has given the Nintendo 3DS and other Pokemon games a sales boost. Quotations from Tatsumi Kimishima: over the summer, the smart device application's Pokemon Go has become a major hit and a social phenomenon. This has sparked increased interest in Pokemon-related software. Previous entries in the Pokemon series playable on the Nintendo 3DS system were Pokemon X and Pokemon Y in 2013, and Pokemon Omega Ruby and Pokemon Alpha Sapphire in 2014. We also released the original games in this series, Pokemon Red, Pokemon Green, Pokemon Blue, and Pokemon Pikachu as downloadable virtual console titles in February this year. These Pokemon series titles have seen an increase in sales despite having been on the market for some time already. So this is really good news. This is something that we already knew, but it's good to come from the big man himself, Tatsumi Kimishima. And this is what a lot of people were saying would happen with Pokemon Go and Nintendo putting their IPs on smartphones. With all the different smartphones out there, well, over 500 million smartphones or more, people, and even smart devices in general, people are going to be exposed to these type of Nintendo IPs, and that's going to garner more interest into Nintendo's core games. We've seen it before. This is marketing 101. Anybody who thought that this would cannibalize the sales of Nintendo's core games as far as Pokemon goes, really wrong on that one, because people want to have that experience. That's the mobile experience you kind of play there. Then people also want to try out that experience that's more dedicated. You have more items, you have more Pokemon, you have more things that you can do. That's just natural to be more curious. We're all humans, so we just are curious about things. So that's what I'm seeing a lot too as well. I'm seeing people getting interested in the DS titles, people getting interested in the other titles that have been released on smart devices, people getting interested in a lot of the 3DS titles, the spin-offs. Everything is going to get a sales boost, but these main core Pokemon titles are seeing the biggest rise. So that's good stuff here, and I can't wait to see what the Pokemon Company and Nintendo have in store for the Nintendo Switch when it comes to the Pokemon franchise. But speaking of Pokemon, let's go ahead and get right into another Pokemon article here, and that is Pokemon Sun and Moon demo has been downloaded over 3.5 million times. That's the fastest start for any 3DS demo ever. So here's the quotations from Tatsumi Kimishima: we released the Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon special demo version starting on October 18th. Although the demo version was only released last week, it has already surpassed 3.5 million downloads, the fastest start for any demo in the history of the Nintendo 3DS system. This point also shows the breadth of the audience for these games. Yes, Pokemon is very popular. Pokemon is a system seller. Pokemon Sun and Moon is going to do very well. I would not be surprised if that shifted 10 million units in this year, like before the year ended. Seriously, it could move a lot of units very quickly. We're at the apex of the Nintendo 3DS popularity when it comes to units sold. So yeah, this game's going to sell a ton. Pokemon Go is going to help it out, and it maybe being the last like true Pokemon game released on Nintendo 3DS outside of what they're going to do on the Nintendo Switch. We still have to wait and see. There might be a Pokemon Z or something on Nintendo 3DS, and I can see why it looks fantastic. There's a lot of cool things that are going on with the Aloha Pokemon and all that, so I'm interested to play it myself. I'm actually going to purchase it, I think. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this game does, and I know that this is going to transition smoothly into advertising for the Pokemon game that's on Nintendo Switch. Alright, and getting into the third article here, Tatsumi Kimishima has discussed the reception to the Nintendo Switch reveal trailer, which is at over 23 million views worldwide. So let's go ahead and get right into what the president had to say. Finally, we will discuss our new generation gaming platform, Nintendo Switch. We had previously revealed that we have a new game system in development under the codename NX, and now have announced that it will be released under the official name Nintendo Switch. We recently released a short video through our website showing off some of the new experiences made possible by Nintendo Switch. Please take a look. We have received a fantastic response from all over the world to the Nintendo Switch reveal video presented above. We are not able to share each qualitative comment and response from consumers today. However, one example is the number of views we have received on our YouTube accounts. The total number of views just on our official YouTube channel has already reached 23 million views worldwide and still growing. The reaction from our YouTube viewers has been overwhelmingly positive. we are very confident that a lot of consumers around the world will have become interested in Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch is a home console type video game system that can be played at home or on the go. You can take the system away from your TV and play anywhere alone or with friends. We are bringing this unprecedented entertainment experience to fans across the world. When mounted to the Nintendo Switch dock, you can experience high-impact gameplay on the large screen. Just remove the Nintendo Switch system from the Nintendo Switch dock to transfer the game from the TV to the system screen instantly, letting you experience home console quality gaming while switching between the TV and any other location. The two unique detachable Joy-Con controllers also allow you to switch between multiple playstyles with the single Nintendo Switch system, whether at home or on the go, letting you enjoy the gameplay of a home video game system with the portable convenience of a handheld system. Nintendo Switch, which is the partial list, as you can see, we have a fantastic range of partners, companies interested in the Nintendo Switch. These are only some of our partners, and we are looking forward to working with all of our partners to bring exciting experiences to this new platform. So then he goes on to say that it's going to launch March 2017 and that there's going to be a private event January 12th and all that good stuff that you already know. There's going to be some hands-on experiences, but I love what he says right here. Nintendo Switch partners partial list. As you can see, we have a fantastic range of partners, companies interested in Nintendo Switch. These are only some of our partners, and we look forward to working with all of our partners to bring exciting experiences to this new platform. I'm telling you this, guys, this is the thing about Nintendo Switch. This is the thing. Now that Nintendo only has one system to really kind of dedicate all of their oomph to, I think not only is this saving Nintendo precious resources and development time, this gives them extra money freed up with marketing and different names and different R&D that they spent between switching between the two platforms, or always having two that you can put behind one. I think this is freeing up space for Nintendo to go after third-party developers. If what Tatsumi Kimishima says is true here, because that list that they put up is pretty much the biggest list Nintendo has had since the GameCube. Honestly, when they released the Wii, it wasn't so much until the Wii was successful, then people started developing on the system. And then you had the Wii U, which had a smaller list, and the 3DS also had tiny lists. This is a much bigger list, and this is just a partial list. There is more to come. So there's a couple things that I can read into this, and I don't want to read too far into it, but like I've already stated, I can see that Nintendo definitely has more money to pursue third-party developers if that's the case, because they're not developing two separate systems with two different R&Ds, with two different marketing campaigns and slogans and all that stuff. It's all into one at this point. And they also have more developers, so they can use the developers that are freed up in order to aid and assist third-party developers into making more games for the Nintendo Switch. So partners and collaborations, that's another thing that needs to be taken into consideration here. And if you look at what Nintendo's doing with the architecture, once again, GeForce, NVIDIA, that's something that's known to developers. They know how to code and program on it. Obviously, the Nintendo Switch is going to be a little bit different, has a few unique features here and there that we know of as far as switching between the dock and switching between taking it out on the go. And there's some magic that's being worked when you dock it and when you undock it. We do know that, but there's still more that we have to see, potentially any SCD, supplemental computing devices that can increase the power of the system. And if this is the partial list and there's more to unveil, I really do think Nintendo has a gold mine here, and the reactions have been positive. I think they're talking about 95% positive reactions to the Nintendo Switch. When I first saw it, I was like, whoa, I was like blown away, because one, I was completely wrong, but at the same time, as more people started talking about this device and I kind of started seeing what it could potentially do and what Nintendo was going for, it's definitely shifting for me way more towards the positive than anything. And look at this, 23 million views. You cannot dispute the success of this Nintendo Switch trailer. Has pretty much obliterated all of Nintendo's previous videos that have been up on YouTube for years now. This is going to be a hit. Now, there were some people that were a little concerned with some of the stuff that was going on with it only having, a shipment of 2 million units, but I definitely think that's a conservative number, and maybe towards the end, if it's the end of the fiscal year for 2017, I think it's a little conservative. I do feel that it's going to do better than this because of the amount of positive hype, and especially if they have a lot of third-party developers supporting this system. Listen here, guys, Nintendo doesn't need to get every single third-party developer. They just need to get a good amount of third-party developers. If they get anywhere near the amount of third-party developers that put games out on the Wii or on the GameCube, this system's going to be an outstanding success. If they have all of their developers, portable and console, intelligent systems, all of those dudes developing on the system, it's still going to be a success in my opinion, and I think it can easily, bold prediction here, guys, easily outsell the Wii U almost in 1 year. I honestly think it can, especially with a strong holiday, with a lot of shipments. I can see it selling 5 to 6 million just in that holiday period before they turn over to March and the end of that year, as far as the fiscal year goes for sales. So I think, yes, it's a stretch. I know it would be tough, but we have other analysts that are saying 10.6. I'm just throwing out my prediction there. I think if it comes out with a strong third-party lineup of big hit games, potentially games like Persona, and they get other big name games to come to this system, in addition to making stuff like Fire Emblem, Animal Crossing, Bravely Default, getting those type of games, the first and second party titles to supplement this device, in addition to the Marios, the Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and all those games, honestly, 13.6 or 13 million is not a stretch of the imagination in any case. I know it's a big lofty goal, but I think Nintendo definitely wants to hit that, especially with the holiday season to look forward to and all of the games that are rumored to be like, hey, this system's going to have a ton. So to me, I'm definitely feeling more positive about this. You can see the approach that Nintendo's taking. They're being very cautious about everything, and I think that they've been waiting in order to get this software momentum and build up, and they pretty much killed off the Wii U from last year and on. So yeah, I definitely think there's going to be an explosion of software and more third-party developers, and the sales of this system are really going to dictate going forward if that third-party support continues. But I think it's going to be positive, and I think Nintendo is definitely going to get a good amount of third-party games. Not everything like Microsoft and Sony, but a good amount and enough for Nintendo fans to be happy, in addition to getting all of their first-party content. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did like it. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for more news, reviews, trailers, tips, and tricks, and everything in gaming. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you for the next video. Peace.